Okay, I want to do a quick little video here to show you exactly how to put the Heal Advisor Analyze app into demo mode. Now I'm going to assume that you're working with a brand new person and you're demonstrating to them how to use the Healy Blue app and essentially its analytical features such as the aura scan and the resonance scan. And you have just had them add on or load the Heal Advisor Analyze app from their app store onto their smart device. Okay, so now you got a brand new app and it's on their smart device, but it's of course not functional because it hasn't been activated yet. So here's what I've got. I've got you a brand new version of the app, and you can see all three of the main apps that we have with Healy. The top one is the Heal Advisor Analyze. You click on that Heal Advisor Analyze app, and it's going to first ask some permissions. So this is important that you allow all of this. Okay, it needs to have your Bluetooth system on. It needs to know certain things about your location. So just allow all of this. Okay, very important. Hit the allow button. It's going to ask to allow notifications. You just say allow. Okay. Now you come to this screen. Essentially, this is the beginning. Click on the continue button, and now you're ready to get started. There's a little bit of a disclaimer, a notice you need to read. Go through that, have them look at that, and hit next. The next part is you see at the top of the screen, you could at this point, if you have a Healy, this is where you would log in with your credentials, but because we're dealing with a brand new person, you're just giving them a demo. So you see at the top right of the screen, it says demo. Great, tap on that demo. It's going to download all the databases. It's at this point, it's important that you are on a Wi-Fi or a cellular data network that has a very good bandwidth, such as 5G or something like that. Preferably probably a Wi-Fi because there's a lot of database content that needs to be downloaded, and you don't want any interruptions there with poor signal. All right. At this point, simply turn the device on, the Healy, turn the power on the power button. It's going to kick on, then search for devices. It's going to find whatever Healys are in the area. There's my Healy right there, the bottom one. We're not going to use the Mag Healy. We're using the Healy. Click on connect, and it's going to interact with the Healy. You'll see the Bluetooth light come on the Healy. The green light's flashing because the power's on. It's going to then connect, and you'll have a brand new screen to put the client information in. So this is where you put clients in. And because you're demoing this to a person, they're the client. They're the first one. So what you do is I always start at the top and work my way down. You do want to make sure they put their picture in. You're going to want to record their vibration. The title part is optional, and I'll talk about that in a second. They definitely got to put their name first and last. It's going to choose how that's displayed. You can edit that if you want, but the date of birth and the place of birth and the gender. Those things are very important. The rest of that stuff, such as the email, phone number, address, that's not necessary. But the point of all this is that you are identifying this one particular client amongst every living life forms in the universe. And you want to make sure that it's only that one person. That's why that information is very necessary. So click on the plus button. We can either upload a picture from the smart device's camera roll, or we can use the camera. I like to use the camera because it's current. Some people like, I got bedhead. I don't want to do it right now. They choose something from their camera roll. All right, I'm going to use the camera. Go ahead and click on that. But again, here's another allowance. You got to allow it. Click on the allow. Turn the camera around. Take a picture of that handsome devil. Use photo. And bam, there it is. Look at that. Next is recording the vibration. Okay, recording the vibration is very important because this is actually taking the bioenergetic field information of the client in real time, in the moment. Now, this can be done remotely or on site, but you're on site with this person, so I'm going to go through that procedure. You click on the plus button there. You get the person comfortable, have them hold the Healy in their hand. It says right hand. It can be left or right. But anyway, hold it in their hand. Click on the vibration. It's going to need to connect again. So click on vibration. Go ahead and say connect. It's going to search for that device, making sure it's connected to the proper device. Again, search for it. It's going to find it again real quick because it's already established a connection a second ago. Click on the one you want to connect to, and you're off and running. Just takes a few seconds. relax, kick back. Try not to interfere. Keep the person in the present moment. Make sure they're not worrying about what's for dinner or something stupid they said earlier. Just be present. You see that blue signal, that blue waveform? That's Healy reading from your bioenergetic field. It's blue when it's reading from. It's pink when it's sending to. So there's my vibrational signal. You see that little waveform there to the left of the plus sign. That's it. You put something in there, title if you want. I like to put in my old favorite title, which is Genius. Scroll down and, of course, put in our first name, our last name, and then continue on. You see it automatically populates the Ken C. We'll put the birth date in there. I'm not gonna put the birth date in. I'm just gonna roll around in there. Done. Call that good. Place of birth. You want to put the city and the state you were born in. That's important because the geographical mapping of you that has representation about you. So put that in there, and then your gender, and you're pretty much done. You don't need to put the other stuff in there. Hit the continue button, and boom. Now it shows you that this data, everything you put in here, is going to expire in 10 days anyway. So the other thing that happens with, if you let someone use this device, and when they leave the demo mode, all of the readings, all of the scans, all of the clients that they worked on for the period of time that you were letting them use it, is deleted when the app is deleted. It's only on the mobile device. It doesn't go to your Healy Cloud account because you own the Healy, right? They're not logged in with your credentials. This is kind of a separate demo mode that's really cool, really easy. No need for it to be stored anywhere because it's just giving it a test drive, right? Okay, so now here we are. We can do a resonance scan. We just go ahead and click on that resonance scan. At the bottom it says a new resonance analysis. Go ahead and click on that. Here we have all of the resonance programs. Okay, these are all of the microcurrent programs from the Pink app. They're all listed here. And even if your device does not have that particular feature, it's still listed here because you can still use these as a functional database, as a complete functional database, instead of just maybe what's allocated to your edition. And that's pretty cool. So I like that. It helps us to kind of give a real complete picture, as well as even talk about maybe upgrades for down the road if somebody's keeps showing up, a program keeps showing up, but they don't have the allocation with their edition. All right, I'm going to choose all Healy programs. That's going to choose all of those, I don't know, 17, 18 pages worth. Start the analysis. We just kick back, relax. There's that blue waveform again. Again, being present in the moment. It's just simply reading my bioenergetic field to find out what of the program groups are necessary to bridge my best version with where it is now. Give you a little progress report, the percentage at the bottom of the screen, and boom, we're done. Okay, now you see that it has given me 5 pages. Now these are complete pages of information. Some of these pages have up to 12 programs per page. We don't know exactly which of those 12 are most relevant. Healy always picks 5. Now, if we go, what I recommend is that you go and you do an analysis on each one of these 5 pages so that it will drill down to the most relevant 5 programs. And the reason for that is because essentially you do all 5 of these pages, again, as an analysis. It's going to give you 5 programs per page. So 5 times 5, that's 25 programs. So the first page is basically program 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second page, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so on, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and on down the list. So essentially you wind up with 25 in proper order. In other words, order of significance in terms of the need for you, for your alignments, on a list. You can kind of write that all out. And because you have 25 programs, and Healy recommends no more than 3 microcurrent programs per day, and this is what I like to do because the microcurrent application of the body is probably the most effective and the most highest amplitude of influence over the human body, the biology. Then I set this up as a microcurrent, what I call recipe. And we have 5 pages times 5 programs. That's 25 total programs. divide that by 3 per day, that's over a week's worth right there, right? So you do program number 1, 2, 3 on that page 1 on day 1. You do program 4, 5, and then program 6 on the second page, right? Day 2. And then so on down that list, just in sequential order, because that's the priority Healy has allocated them in need for your body. You don't alter that. Just go down that. And so now all of a sudden you have basically over 8 days worth of programs you could run in very specific order. You do that back to back, you got over 2 weeks worth of homework for someone, and then they can kind of reevaluate. I don't recommend that you do an analysis every day. The body takes time to change the physical matter, material body. And so we want to give it that time. So anyway, now this list has been made for you or for the client. And I always also do a quick vibrate mode. At the bottom of the screen, you see the word vibrate. Again, we have all these programs, all these frequencies, and within each program itself, you have, dozens of frequencies that it could choose from. So you have a lot of information there. I just do a quick little vibrate, so I tap on the vibrate button. You'll see that it's pulled in all those 5 pages. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen, the word says select duration. The default is 1 minute and 20 seconds. You can tap on that arrow and you can see how you can scroll with the roulette wheel here, more or less time. If you go all the way up here, this is fractions of a second. So 891Z, that's 891 thousandths of a second. And then you go into 1 second, 888 thousandths of a second. So this is very small increments of time. I just leave it at the default time of 1 minute and 20 seconds. You can go all the way up to hours, or you can click on the manual button and go all the way up to a full day. You know what I mean? So, but the default, 1 minute, 20 seconds. I leave it there. I click on done. And then I hit start. And as you'll see, as it's running, it is sending all of these frequencies to my field, or to the client's field, whoever that is. I just always have them just relax and receive. Again, letting the mind go free. Try to be present in the moment. And this, you can have eyes open, eyes closed. They can sit and look at the program pages. It's not going to represent a lot to them, just because you don't know exactly what healing learning programs mean. And it's also, you got to remember that there are 5 pages, 5 programs within each one of these pages of content being sent to the body. It's a lot of information. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, the waveform is pink and blue or greenish. That means, like I said earlier, the turquoise color is Healy reading the bioenergetic field of the client, and the pinkish hue one is the Healy sending the frequencies to the bioenergetic field of the client. So there's a two-way street going to and from, reading and writing, reading and writing, reading and writing, like a computer program, reading and writing to the bioenergetic field of the client. And when it's all done, it completes itself, says here I am, I'm all finished. And you can simply hit the finish button and you're done with that experience. Okay? Again, you can do any one of these database analysis, the aura analysis. The second resonance analysis button that you see there, the pink one with the circle limit, looks like a Mag Healy. Well, that is a Mag Healy. Without a Mag Healy, you're not going to be doing those analysis. Okay, so this was just relevant to the Healy, and you can use any one of these that's associated with your device edition. Okay, hopefully that helps. Right there, you can log out of that demo mode, or you can get out of this demo mode by, at the bottom of the screen, click on Settings, right? Go to the account at the top where it says Account, click on that arrow. Very bottom there, it says Log Out of Demo Mode. Boom, click on that, and you're out. And then when they return the device to you, you can relog back in, and you're off and running with your cloud account. Hope that helped.